This episode of Close Up, I am joined by timeless Toni Storm.
Oh, he was a terrible kisser.
Ahead of trying to regain her AEW Women's World Championship at Grand Slam Australia.
Oh, this must be it.
Right now, I go one-on-one with the star.
Are you allowed to masturbate in here? Renee, darling.
Toni,
So nice to see you.
you look beautiful as always. Thank you for joining me out here in this incredible theater. It
No,
must feel
this
like
won't do. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Listen to me.
okay, great.
Sorry, dear.
Great. Thank you for joining me here for this exclusive interview. Toni, let's just get right into it. Here you are, timeless Toni Storm. Again, was this your plan all along to come back to this?
Yes, Renee, my plan all along was to become a 3-time AEW Women's World Champion, reach new heights of fame and artistic prominence, and give my heart and soul to a woman that I loved with all my heart. All the while, she was secretly plotting against me. Then she pulled the trigger on my downfall in the most violent way possible. And then I needed to find myself before I could ever speak her name again. So far, all is going according to plan.
So, Toni, at what point did you get the idea to come back as one of your previous roles?
I woke up one morning and I looked into the mirror and I couldn't bear who was staring back at me. So I took everything off the counter and then I went into the closet and I took all my clothes and I put them all over the floor. And in the corner, there was a cardboard box. And in it was everything from my youth. The gear, the jackets, the hats, the newspaper clippings, everything was there from my 14-year-old self that just wanted to make it. And it dawned on me that the problem was way longer and way deeper than the past year. The hopefulness, the love of the performance, the naivete that causes people like Mariah May to take advantage of you. I had to go back to that girl. I had to let her know that she was right to feel everything that she was feeling. And it was a performance of a lifetime, because it was the performance of my lifetime.
Toni, how good did it feel to finally reveal to the world, and specifically to Mariah May, that you were timeless Toni Storm this entire time?
The entire world was shocked. Nobody had a clue what I was doing. You didn't know, catering didn't know, nobody knew. Do you want me to show you what I do? Do you want to see it?
I would love that.
Say no more. Rock and roll, mate. See, wasn't that marvelous?
Incredible.
Thank you.
Wow. Okay, well, Toni, here you are now where you're supposed to be. But talk to me about Mariah May and the champion that she has been since she won the title from you.
To stand across the ring from Mariah May after she said the worst things that she could think of to me, and then beat me down so viciously, and to be able to get up and shake it off, and the look on her face. I will cherish that moment for a lifetime.
Well, Toni, are you impressed with the champion that Mariah May has become?
Yes, I admit it. She's a champion that I've always wanted to be, but never could be. And that's because she does not have a heart. My biggest downfall is that I have too much of a heart. Mariah, you sick bitch, I am proud of you. But she will soon realize that that is just not good enough.
Toni, you were gone for nearly 6 months, and the women's division carried on in your absence. What is your take on how the women's division is looking?
Is this the part where I have to make some grand statement about women's wrestling? Is this the part where I have to uplift all the women just so that I can get in the ring with them and have them kick me in the face? God, I mean, there's that Megan Bain, for Christ's sake. I mean, what lab did they make her in? And then there's Julia Hart, and there's Penelope Ford, and I still haven't even got in the ring with the likes of Chris Statlander and Mercedes Moné. This women's division is the best in the world. But we've still got so much more work to do. So what we need to do, us girls, is to kick down the door, shit on the bed, and let the world know that we're here.
Toni, you were gone for a long time. What were you doing?
For the first few weeks, I was completely bedridden and indisposed. I was staying at a friend's flat in Westminster. I only ate pork, seltzer, and Pepto-Bismol. It was a terrible time. And then I went to Australia, where I reconnected with old friends and family. But then I saw the look on my mother's face. I couldn't even make eye contact. I could tell she was so disappointed that I did not beat Mariah May at All In. And then I went to Japan, and I saw my old friend, Mia Shirakawa, and we had a lovely time. We ate, we drank, we went to Roppongi. It was a fantastic time. And then I tried to settle the score with old rival Mayu Iwatani. But then I lost. So I packed up my bags and left. And then I went to Mexico. I went to CMLL, and I faced the young, plucky La Catalina. And what can I say? She beat the living hell out of me. So again, I packed my bags and I left Mexico as well. And then I inked a deal with a custom apartment wrestling series, but that completely fell through. And then I realized that the only way to heal was to go where it hurt the most. So I trained like I've never trained before. I ran barefoot through the woods. I carried logs on my back. And then every night, I went into the garage and I punched the wall until my knuckles bled. That wall's name is Mariah.
Toni, you've obviously been through so much, from timeless Toni Storm to coming back as rock star Toni Storm, losing the women's championship, everything with Mariah May. Is this version of timeless Toni Storm different than the first version?
This version of timeless Toni Storm is different to the one that sat down to have this conversation with you. This timeless Toni Storm is different from the one that started this sentence. You see, when you're timeless, there are no constraints, there are no restrictions. I wake up in the morning and I be who I want to be, and that's that. Instead of living in a dream, I made everyone live mine. Because my real life had become a complete nightmare.
Toni, this time around, how were you looking to further cement your star status?
A star isn't cemented, darling. You cement a driveway, you cement the pavement, you cement a building. You do not cement a star. A star does one thing and one thing only. A star burns, and it either burns very bright or it completely burns out. And I don't know how long I will burn for, and I don't know what's going to happen to me. But all I know is it will be the brightest thing you've ever seen. We're still making cinema, only now I'm directing.
Toni, this time around with Mariah May, you're gonna be in your hometown with your friends and family at ringside. How different is this gonna feel as you step into the ring with Mariah May with the AEW Women's Championship on the line at Grand Slam?
Yes, well, we're going to my backyard this time, aren't we? Well, you know what, Renee, I'm very excited for it because I'm finally going to get my hands on that broad. I'm going to rip her tits off. It's as simple as that. It's going to be a good time. I'm finally going to, put a cork in it. No more trauma. I'll finally get to live on and see what life is like past, all this crap that I've been dealing with. I'm really looking forward to it. And by the way, I just want to say, you've done great.
Thank you.
All of this is
Thank you.
You've really come a long way.
I really appreciate you taking the time. I mean, I know that your time is very valuable, and I just really appreciate you coming out here ahead of everything going on at Grand Slam, everything that you've been through with Mariah May. I'm a fan just like everybody else, and I cannot wait to see what tricks maybe you have up your sleeve heading into this match.
And I must say, you smell marvelous.
Thank you.
I'm sorry about my breath.
No, you smell great.
Yes. No, are you sure?
You're beautiful, yep.
Okay, well.
Should we get out of here?
Cinema. You want to put on a flick?
What would you pick?
Well, I've got quite a few in mind.
Okay.
Yes. It's completely up to you,
It's a
really.
beautiful
Yes.
spot. Maybe a little Casablanca might be nice.
You have such great taste, Renee.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.